Hi and welcome back to our channel. My name is Marta from Cooking the Word. I am a food guide in Frankfurt, and in this video I would like to focus on the traditional German vegetarian main courses. And although I did film already a video about the vegetarian dishes from Germany, you did ask me for more. So there you go. If you haven't seen that one already, I'm gonna link it in the description box down below and in the top right corner for you. The first dish that I would love to show you is the closest to my heart, and it's called Grüne Soße. Grüne Soße comes from Hesse, and there are several recipes how people make it. The variations that we make comes from Frankfurt, and it consists of 7 herbs, sour cream and some spices. That's also one of the dishes that you can eat on my food tour. Herbs for the green sauce are grown locally, and unfortunately you can't find them anywhere in the world. Therefore, I decided to create a variation that is only made from parsley and chives. This green sauce cannot be called Frankfurt's green sauce, but it can be called Marta's green sauce for the foreigners. So first we're gonna cut the chives into shorter pieces. Remove the hard stems from the parsley. For 4 people, I am taking 200 grams of herbs. So I bought 100 grams of parsley and 100 grams of chives. Now I'm gonna wash them and also soak them in the water to remove dirt. And then you can chop them, or as I do, put them through the meat grinder. Consistency of the herbs is actually very important because you want the sauce to be thick. This is the reason why I don't use blender for that. As you are done with herbs, you can put also the egg through the grinder. And now we're gonna mix it with the rest of the ingredients. So I am adding 600 grams of sour cream, lemon juice from freshly squeezed lemon, and then some salt and of course sugar. Additionally, the green sauce is served with boiled potatoes and hard-boiled eggs. This is a perfect dish for summer and weight loss as soon as you don't have too much of the green sauce. Recently, some apple wine taverns started serving green sauce with pan-fried potatoes and schnitzel made of celery root. I have actually never made it myself, but I have tried it and it is incredibly good. The schnitzel is made of cooked celery root that is breaded in flour, egg and breadcrumbs and then fried in the pan. I was actually very surprised how good it tastes. And as you can see on the screen, even the Max wanted to eat it so much. Dish that I'm going to show you right now, you can eat it all over Germany and even sometimes food markets. This one consists of potatoes and Quark, which is kind of a German cream cheese. To create this dish, you're gonna need either jacket potatoes that I boiled or baked potatoes. The Quark is made savory with some chives, salt and pepper. So this is actually very simple. And at this point, your dish is ready. The jacket potatoes have to be cut in the middle lengthwise, and then you place the Quark mixture in the middle. The vegetarian variation of this dish is served with a side salad on the side. Now I'm going to show you the dish that is very similar but a bit different and comes from East Germany. This is also made with jacket potatoes, but the Quark is made a little bit differently. So we add here salt, pepper, as well as chives, so like in the previous one. On the side, we prepare a little bit of linseed oil, as well as chopped onion. The Quark can be also spiced with some caraway seeds. Actually, my husband doesn't like caraway seeds, so I just put it on the top of mine. And apart from linseed oil, the dish is also served with a raw chopped onion. Traditionally, the raw onion and linseed oil would be mixed already with a Quark, but I was very skeptical, so I didn't want to do that. In the end, I did love this variation also, so there was actually no reason to be worried. One of my favorite traditional German vegetarian dishes is for sure the Rahmspinat, which is a spinach that is mixed with cream. So for this dish, you're gonna need to boil the potatoes without the skin this time, and then you're gonna melt the butter. In this hot butter, you're gonna fry some finely chopped onions until golden brown. Then you're gonna add the spinach. In my case, that's frozen spinach, but you can feel free to use a fresh one. The whole thing should be actually very thick, like thick sauce, and therefore I'm preparing a mixture of water and flour, and I'm gonna set it aside. To spinach, I'm gonna put some cream and let it simmer for a while. My tip is to add 1 teaspoon of broth using the vegetable one. Spinach tastes really much better with it. For this dish, I'm gonna make mashed potatoes. So I'm taking the boiled potatoes. I'm adding a little bit of butter, like around 10 grams, and also a little bit of milk. This kind of potato masher, I am mushing the potatoes to make it as fluffy as possible. I am using this kind of motion from one side to the other side. Creamy and fluffy potatoes you can only achieve with this kind of potato masher. I'm actually gonna use the one that we have in the description box down below. Spinach is served traditionally with fried eggs, and this is the last thing that you're gonna need to do. And there you go. At this point, your spinach is ready. I actually have a recipe, my blog on how to make it, so I'm gonna link it in the description box down below for you. This is for sure my favorite way of eating spinach. Just look how creamy this is. Eating potatoes with creamed vegetables is actually very common in Germany. There's also, for example, another variation of a creamed vegetable, which is Kohlrabi with bechamel. To make this dish, you need German turnips that you're gonna cut lengthwise. In the separate pot, you're gonna prepare the roux, the base for bechamel, and then you're gonna add some milk. You spice the whole thing with salt, pepper and nutmeg, and then you combine the vegetables with it. Also a very nice and thick consistency, and they go very well with some potatoes and egg. The next dish that I'm going to show you is also egg with potatoes, but this time with a mustard sauce. This dish belongs to the poor men's dishes because it's actually very cheap to make. The sauce, you're gonna need some butter as well as flour that you're gonna mix together. Oh yes, we do love our sauces here in Germany. Now you're gonna add some milk, mustard, salt and pepper. You're gonna mix it all together, and at this point your sauce is ready. Traditionally, the mustard sauce is served with hard-boiled eggs and boiled potatoes, as well as some dill on the top. This summer I made incredible dish from country cucumber or pickling cucumber. Of course, also contained a little bit of cream. So first I took the cucumbers and I peeled them. I removed the inside of the cucumber because you don't want the dish to get too watery. And then I cut it into smaller pieces. Fried some red onions and then the cucumbers as well. Separate pot, I have prepared a roux that also contains some sugar. Added some vegetable broth to it. In the meanwhile, the fried cucumber was also very soft, so I could add the roux to it. And in the last step, I added a little bit of creme fraiche, and I served the whole thing with boiled potatoes and the dill on the top. And there wouldn't be a German vegetarian video without mentioning the white asparagus, of course. The white asparagus season unfortunately is over, but the memories of it are still there. This year I have filmed 2 videos about how to cook and serve white asparagus. So if you are interested, I'm gonna put the links to those videos in the description box down below. Here I'm gonna mention it only very briefly. So there are a few traditional ways of serving white asparagus. The one on the screen right now is with butter and boiled potatoes, as well as some parsley on the top. In the Black Forest, they served a white asparagus with some chives, shredded pancake instead of boiled potatoes, and homemade sauce hollandaise. Seriously, one of the best dishes I have eaten there. It was so delicious that I will never forget it. The next dish that I'm going to mention is also one of my favorite vegetarian dishes here in Germany. This is called Allgäuer Käsespätzle, and you can have this one in Bavaria in the German Alps. The dough is made of flour, milk, egg, salt, and also melted butter. And to make those kind of noodles, you're gonna need a special Spätzle maker. It's one from the German company called Rössle. As soon as your dough is ready, you need to take the largest pot you have and then cook some water in it with some salt, the Spätzle maker on the top of the pot, and put the dough through it. As you can see, the dough is pretty sticky, so you need some time with it. Trust me, it's worth it. It's gonna be so extremely delicious. Then you're gonna kind of grate the Spätzle into the slowly boiling water. Wait until they rise to the surface. When they do, you're gonna need to boil them for around 1 to 2 minutes and then drain them. For Käsespätzle, you're gonna want to fry the onion, add the Spätzle, some cream and the mixture of cheeses. I am sorry about it, but I actually have lost this footage, but I'm gonna put the link to the recipe in the description box down below for you so you know exactly what ingredients I use. And the next dish that I'm going to show you is the seasonal dish, and it's very popular, especially in the autumn where the mushrooms are fresh. So we are using fresh porcini, chantarelle, as well as onions and cream. We make sauce out of those and we serve it with a German egg noodles. And you can also have some parsley on the top. The noodles that you can see on the screen are called Bandnudeln and are made from durum wheat. Real German treat. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you did enjoy a little bit of vegetarian inspiration. I do include now and then also vegetarian specialities in my videos. For example, the one that I filmed just a few weeks ago was about the summer side dishes. If you are interested in vegetarian dishes, you should check that one out. If you are interested in vegetarian starters, I did prepare a video about traditional German cheese spreads, and I'm gonna link that one also in the description box down below for you. There are also many ways to make traditional German meat dishes vegetarian, for example by using vegetarian sausages or meatballs. So if you like those, feel free to do so. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you on my next one. Bye!